Soak that bad boy up. Soak it in the ting, mate. Soak it in the ting. Then just Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing well on this day. How you guys doing? What's up? Anyways, enough with the order, over the top. I like to be over the top a little bit, don't mind me. Today I wanted to do a mukbang, African food mukbang. Should I say Nigerian food, because Africa is a continent. I've just been seeing this trend around, I don't really know why it's a trend, of people eating Fufu And Egusi, trying Nigerian food, trying African food. And I guess it's caused some controversy up in there. It's been a bit controversial out here in these streets. And I guess I wanted to, give my 2 cents while I'm enjoying this cuisine. Come and eat with me. Let's get started, man. So we have got some pounded yam here with some egusi. Egusi is made from melon seeds and spinach and a bunch of other stuff, but that's the main ingredient. With assorted meat, I got some jollof rice with plantain. That plantain is looking juicy. It's looking juicy. And I got some asun, which is spicy goat meat. If you see that gap here, I couldn't contain myself. I had to munch a little. And some red tomato stew with assorted meat. Let's tuck in. So a few people have been doing this mukbang to try out African food. I know some people, from my perspective, when some people were doing it, it looked like they had a genuine interest. When other people were doing it, it did look like they were already stepping in it with already preconceived notion about what they were going to do, how they were going to react. Like, I saw people before they even opened the thing, they're ready. My friends, better behave. Let me start eating, because me haven't eaten, Hey! What? I saw a few, my hands are already washed, by the way, just letting you all know. Gotta wash those hands good and proper. But yeah, I saw there are some people that I actually like, generally. Their reactions to the fufu, because it's Fufu And Egusi, was quite unsavory, if I'm being honest with you. Just the reaction, Aaliyah J, she's an African-American YouTuber. I follow her, I generally watch her, and I've been watching her for years, since she was young, to be honest with you. And her boyfriend's reaction to the video, it was just a bit, I don't know. Let me just take a bite. Let me take a bite. 1 sec. By the way, sorry. I got this from a niche restaurant. So yeah, the way they were in the video, it just didn't seem like, in my opinion, it just didn't seem like they were going in it with a positive attitude. At least her man didn't look like he was going in with a positive attitude. Now, from what I've seen of her from before, because I've been watching her for years, it seems like she already doesn't eat that food anyway. She already kind of turns her nose up at it a bit. Like, you don't have to like everything. Like, nobody's forcing you to like everything, but let's be respectful of other people's cultures, other people's foods, other people's interests. You don't have to like what other people like, but put some respect on it. Put some respect funny. In the video, her man is actually Kenyan. I didn't even know he was Kenyan, to be honest with you. His man was already like down in it, saying this, I told you, like already looking at her. She took a bite of the flipping pounded jam. Oh, sorry. Let me stop. She took a bite of the pounded jam, was already like, you're not supposed to bite pounded jam on its own. Pounded yam is literally yam that's been pounded. Do you get what I'm saying? And then you make it with, you boil hot water, you pour that in, you get your wooden spoon and you're pounding the yam with your hands. I feel like if you're going to try other people's cultured foods, you should have, if your intentions are pure, if you're going there with good intentions, you should have some sort of research about what you're getting into. And I feel like people were doing their reactions for shock value, you know, to go viral, I guess. I'm not talking about her, just from what I've seen on TikTok and stuff like that, people turning up their nose. Now I've seen other people enjoying the food. They had the food, even if it wasn't their thing, they weren't really disrespectful towards it. Now back to this video, because this is the video that kind of like stirred everything, and I was clutching my chest like, excuse me, what? What's going on here? But yeah, her man was just picking at it, already turning up his nose while you're sucking your fingers. You like it really, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay, darling, I know. You find it sweet. But yeah, he was just touching up the pounded jam, spanking it like it's an ass. How are you gonna be playing with the food? Are you gonna go to your parents' house and be playing with the food like that? He was acting like a 5-year-old. Like, I've got nephews and nieces, a lot of them, and they don't even do that, even when they don't like a food. So it was just over the top for me. It was just coming across as extremely over the top, and I just feel like that is her man. Everybody knew her man through her. Like, anybody on YouTube that follows her on YouTube, we knew her first. He did not. I just felt like, right. I mean, he was doing most of the reactions, but she didn't really say much. You should kind of check people that come on your channel doing all that stuff. He was spanking the pounded jam, then eating it like a dog. Then, are you going to go to a Kenyan's family's house and be acting like that? Like, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. And then on top of that, he was saying that looks like dog food, this, that, or the third. Now, my point is, it's like, I was just seeing a lot of people, like, after all of that happened, because I saw the first video before it was edited out. I saw it was edited out, but it's no longer there. I saw a lot of, like, people were defending her. Some people saying she's Jamaican. That's not an African-American problem. She said a few years ago she's not Jamaican. She's not Jamaican, she's Jamaican. She's this Jamaican by association. She eats the food, etc., etc. Therefore, she's African-American. I just want to put out there that she doesn't represent all of African-Americans. She does represent, I guess, a small section, but I do know that there are other black people and other black cultures that have a subconscious bias against Africans and African people. Some people still have this notion that we're primitive. Oh, when I say we, just let you know, I'm Nigerian, British born Nigerian. They're primitive, barefoot, swinging from trees. There's already that notion out there, and it's only when Wakanda happened, because when it's coming to Wakanda, people want to Wakanda, but then it's like when it comes to like the other things, people want to put it down to raise themselves up, and I just think that causes a lot of division. Hold on, I'm talking. Hold on, let me just eat. Get the pounded jam. So I just swallowed that like. You get a pounded jam, roll it into a ball. A ball. When I say a ball, that's the accent. You roll it into a ball, yeah. You dip it. Don't be dipping no stingy. Don't be dipping no stingy egusi Soak that bad boy up. Soak it in the ting, mate. Soak it in the ting. Then just Ooh, girl. So that was a lot. Woo! That is sweet. I told them to make it spicy. Me, I like spice, so I'm buying to that meat. Why am I laughing so much? You know what? When it comes to food, I get excited. I'm start dancing. Lick it off. But yeah, I don't even remember what I said. That's how sweet the thing is. But yeah, other cultures have this preconceived notion about Africa being primitive, and Africa is a continent with over 50 plus countries. Big countries, not small. It's big countries with a lot of people in them, different cultures. In Nigeria alone, there's so many different cultures within Nigeria alone. So many different tribes within Nigeria alone. Different languages within Nigeria alone. I've just got some water with some lime and lemon juice in it, and I put slices of lime and lemon in it. You know, gotta detox and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, people have this preconceived notion about Africans, just from my observation, and the thing is, nobody's forcing anybody to like anything. It's not by force. It's not by force. Say that on my chest, it's not by force. But you don't have to disrespect other people's cultures. And on top of that, if people are defending, because I feel like people don't understand why people are upset. I see people saying, if it's nasty, it's nasty. Nasty to you, nasty to her. Doesn't mean it's nasty, period. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean it's nasty. Do you get what I'm saying? Because other people like it. I've literally seen white people like it, or you bought people in the restaurants eating it up, nyamming it up, eating up the egusi. So we can't like say that, oh yeah, because one person said it's nasty, that therefore it's nasty. And no one gets to decide what other people find offensive. If someone has done something to someone that someone else finds offensive, that is targeted towards them, no one else that's not in that group has a right to tell them to not be offended. Because if it was something that was within your culture, something that was within your community, and it was Igbo people, you know, or non-black people, non-black insert culture people that was saying said thing, we wouldn't have the same energy at all. But because it's Africans, it's like, just shut up your mouth. Why? Are we not humans as well? Have feelings as well? You don't have to like it, but show a bit of respect for the culture. Because it just seems like when it comes to the aesthetically good looking things of Africa, people want to claim it. Do you get what I'm saying? But they want to on things that to them, that things that don't look aesthetically pleasing to them, they want to shit on. But things that are aesthetically pleasing, and oh yeah, they want to wear your kente, you want to do what Wakanda forever. But then when it comes to the actual culture, because the food isn't just food, it is cultural. It is stuff that our ancestors have been eating for time. Hold on, I'm eating some pounded yam. It's stuff that I've been eating for time. So let's just respect each other on all fronts. There's probably some things that she eats in her community, or people eat in their community, that is like, that's a bit mad, that's a bit crazy. I know there's some things that English people, or you bought English people eat that I'm a bit like, whoa, 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 whoa. But I'm not gonna go out on a limb and start being like this. Oh my gosh, oh gosh, and then throwing the thing like he's a toy. I'm not gonna do that. And people shouldn't do that, period. That's why I say I feel like it was for shock value. Because we want to talk about unity, but we want to fail to realize that, let's be real, people that are have a direct connection to Africa do tend to get looked down on. They do. There's still jokes out there. I know there's jokes on all fronts, but the reality is people exalt themselves above. Like, the closer to whiteness people are, or westernized people are, people think they're better. And that's just something that has been there for time. Yeah. So I got a wisdom tooth growing, yay! Ay, 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 ay. Oh. Anyway, people see the closest that they are to whiteness, whether it's consciously, subconsciously, and most of the time subconsciously, they think they're better, or they exalt themselves as better. And look at what Africans do, and the cultures within Africa, the countries within Africa, do as primitive, as less than, as, oh, what's that? Because it's not Western. That's just from my experience. I have older siblings as well. They too grew up in a time where once upon a time, you'd be embarrassed to say you're Africans because other black people that were non-African used to insult you. So you have to lie. I mean, I've never lied, but that was during her time. When I say her, I'm talking my sisters, brothers, that was during their time. So now, we're in a time, this meat is sweet oh. My fucking wisdom tooth, mate. A wisdom tooth, bro, you know, she got all that wisdom, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking. She looks like she's sweet too. Today, we're growing up in a time where people are trying to embrace who they are, embrace their culture that was stripped from them, belittled, put down. Don't worry, it's not anything like that. It's nothing like that. But yeah, seen as less than, people are trying to embrace themselves. What really hurt me is just the fact that I was seeing people in the comment section saying that it makes them feel bad about their culture, make them feel bad about themselves. And I just want to say this, don't ever allow another human being to validate your experience as an African or black person, whatever, or your experience as a person, period. If that's their reaction to this, that's their business. That's why I come on here to show you me. I'm eating what? Looky. Stand strong in your culture. Don't let anybody try to validate. No one is above you. No one is above you. The only being above you is God. Yeah. And there's nobody else that can validate your experience, validate your food. They don't get to, like, nobody out here, doesn't matter who they are, get to put a stamp of approval of what's good and what's not within somebody else's culture. That's what they decided to do. And again, I do not have any issues with Aaliyah J at all. I've been watching the girl for years. I like her. Do you get what I'm saying? I've been watching her for years. Do you know what I mean? And she didn't say much, but her reaction was a bit, she wasn't as loud, but it was just that, and not everywhere makes it the same. Do you get what I'm saying? Just like not every Chinese place makes the same food. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there's gonna be some that you would prefer than the other, you prefer how it's cooked than the other. Not everybody does it the same. Just like with anybody's cultured food, whether it's Italian, whether it's Polish, whether it's this, whether it's that. Anybody's cultured food, whether it's Jamaican food, anything. Nobody cooks it the same. Not every single person cooks it the same, but that doesn't mean it's less than. Maybe it's a place that they went to, because me? Listen, you need to come to London, yeah? Come try a niche, yeah? But yeah, I don't want people to feel bad. I don't want people to feel bad just because someone was reacting in such an unsavory way. And yeah, it was publicly. That's why you have to control your own representation and don't allow somebody else to represent what you are. Do you get what I'm saying? Take control of your representation and present that to the world. That's what you have to do. Because if you leave it to other people, they won't do you favors. And let me just put it out there, it's not all at all. I repeat, it's not all African Americans. I've seen plenty of them cooking. I've seen them even cooking it. Like I've seen some like family vlogs, so adorable, where they're cooking a for re-roll, they're cooking egusi, they're cooking the stuff. I'm like, oh, sorry, where's my plate? Let me come on over there. And they're cooking it and stuff like that. That is to show good representation. It's ignorance. Now, skipping that video aside, generally, I feel like people don't travel out if you travel out as much, out of your vicinity, out of your culture, you probably be a bit more open and receptive to these things. But where you're stuck in that culture, where you're just in your own little bubble or your own little circle, not wanting to kind of try other things, you're not going to be that open. That's just what it is, stepping out your comfort zone. But yeah, like I said, it's just a mindset thing. If you're already telling your mind that something is not going to be this, you're not going in with an open mind, then guess what? That's just what it's going to be. More for me. If you don't want it, more for me. But yeah, generally on all fronts, I think everyone should just respect each other's cultures and try to explore more. It's just causing bickering, it being divisive. Do you get what I'm saying? And just a lot of back and forth. And again, no one, I repeat, no one has a right to tell anyone what to be offended by, period. If it doesn't affect you and has nothing to do with you, you don't have a right to tell people that. And people are, you don't have, yeah, you don't have a right to tell people what they should be offended by and what they shouldn't be offended by if it's not something that affects you. You don't have a right. You just have to sit down and listen and try to be understanding. It's just as simple as that. There's no point in defending, oh yeah, well if that's their opinion. No, because because when white people do it to other people, other black people's culture, people are up in arms. Imagine people start saying this, that's their opinion, that's up to them, that's their opinion. Do you get what I'm saying? They would be pissed off.